Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about the mystery card box released by Harrius Presents. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for showing up, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for spending some time with me today. So the year is coming to a close, and I am done. I've actually performed my last and final show of 2023, and I'm empty, till next year, all right? And my January is looking pretty okay, but for now, I can just kind of take a break from performing and just do other stuff, I suppose. But well, today we're going to be talking about a card trick, all right, a card effect. This is the mystery card box that is released by a friend of mine, all right, from Hong Kong, named Harrius. Now, if you have been doing magic for any amount of time, in recent years especially, I'm sure you know Harrius, right? I mean, his reputation for putting out awesome stuff, when it comes to Rubik's Cube magic. But Henry is also a professional performer. Okay, he's a professional magician. He works close up, stage as well. And what I like about Henry is, he's a really creative guy. And the stuff that he puts out, the stuff that he releases, is actually stuff that he uses, in his work, right? So I've mentioned this before, that whenever professional performers put out material that they actually use, I'm actually interested to have a look at it, all right? Because I know that these routines, these techniques, these props, whatever it is, they are tried and tested stuff. This routine, or rather this kind of effect, is something that I've seen Henry lecture before, some time ago, and I thought that it was a great idea, and I've loved this folded card effect. For the longest time, because previously I was doing close-up magic as well. The ambitious card, right? For example, we all need like a finale, an ending to the routine, right? And normally, people would use the card to impossible location to close an ambitious card routine, and this is actually, to me, it's like the perfect way to do it. Okay, so let's talk about the mystery card box right now. So I think, if you've looked at the trailer for Mystery Card Box, you will know that the effect is that of a signed selection appearing inside the card case, all right, that has been, in view the entire time. It's folded into quarters and it appears in there. So the effect is kind of like this, you remove the card case from your pocket, and you take out your deck of cards, right? And the box is just set aside on the table. So the box is already in play from the beginning, right? And your spectators kind of know that it is there, right? So here, you can really perform any kind of card routine you like, an ambitious card routine perhaps, and towards the end, create your moment and, do your merc, okay, which I have already pre-prepared off screen because I don't want to, show it on camera. It just doesn't work on camera, right? So from here, you really cleanly pick up the card case, just like that, and then you tell people to listen, all right? And then when you shake the box, I'll bring it up to the microphone, all right? And you bring it up to them, they can hear that inside the box, there is now like something inside. You ask them to hold out their hands, cupped like that. You open the box, and inside, you can flash to them that there is a folded card in there, and they see it jiggling around. At this point, you just dump the card into their hand. They will open up the card, they will see that it is in fact a signed card. Okay, and at this point, while they are reacting to this, you can pick up the card case, pick up your cards, slide the cards back into the box, place the box into your jacket pocket, and you are really just reset to go again. So that is the effect. Now let's talk a little bit about what you get when you purchase a mystery card box. So it comes in this kind of envelope, okay, and you will also be given access to a tutorial video, all right, which runs for about an hour, 15-20 minutes, I think. And on the video, Henry will give you some snippets of him performing the effect, for real people, right, during his close-up engagements. He will then tell you a little bit about the history, and then he will teach you exactly how to install the Gaff into your own card case. He will teach you the Merc as well. Okay, so if you're not familiar with that particular move that is required for this routine, you can learn it from Henry on this video. And then he will teach you exactly how to handle it so that you can create the illusion of the card ending up inside the card box. On top of that, Henry will also teach you 2 routines, all right, from his professional repertoire. Okay, so his ambitious card routine, the routine that he performs, which of course ends with the folded card inside the card case. And there is also a really clever routine, the card underbox, okay, which he also lectured previously, which I've learned, and I think there's some really nice bits of choreography as well, so it's worth looking at, worth learning as well. He will also share with you a story about One Tamariz, okay, to close off the tutorial. So on top of the tutorial link, all right, inside the envelope you also get the Gaff. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this thing that you receive. Now, this is something that you need to install in your card box. It's very easy to install it in the card box, which also means it's very easy to transfer the Gaff to another card box. Okay, so once your regular performing deck, the box, right, gets a little bit torn and tattered, looks a little bit grubby, it's really simple to just remove the Gaff from the box that you're using and transfer it to another box. A question that people like to ask is, can I change the Gaff to a different back design that I like, right? So for example, if you want to use it with I don't know, a blue phoenix, you could change up one of the parts of the Gaff. Okay, and to do that, it's really simple. I think it's really nothing at all. Anyone with just basic arts and crafts skills will be able to do it. Okay, so when it comes to the Gaff, installing it, changing it, and putting it into another box, not a problem whatsoever. So once you've installed your Gaff inside the card case, it really just functions like a deck of cards, right, inside the box. And even with the Gaff installed, you will be able to fit a deck of 52 cards inside the card case. And I think this is what makes it really practical, for you to perform with if you are a strolling performer. Because often as magicians, when we are performing effects like this, right, where a spectator's signed card appears folded in an kind of impossible location, right, we often have to carry around with us another kind of prop of some kind, right? A little box of some kind maybe. And over the years, there have been so many variations that have been released, right, of this kind of mystery card box kind of an effect. There is John Kennedy, Tommy Wonder, David Penn has got something as well, Daniel Garcia, David Regal, there have been just so many, right? But they all kind of require you to carry around an extra thing, right? Whereas with the mystery card box, it just is this, right? It is your card box, right, which you already will be carrying around with you anyway, right, when you're performing card magic. So in this version, the folded card appears inside the card box. Now, previously, I first learned of this idea in a set of notes from Gary Kurtz, actually. This is the notes from the summit, June 1995, all right, by Gary Kurtz. Inside here, it is called I'm not even sure, yes, the folded card in card case. So the effect here is exactly the same. It's a card box is on the table, and then at the end, you open up the card box and it is seen that a folded card is inside. Now, the difference in Henry's version versus Kurtz's, all right, is that there is a nice moment where you can have the spectator hear the card inside the box even before you open the box and show them that there's a folded card in there. All right, now I think this is a really nice moment because this creates a situation that I believe Jim Steinmeier refers to as a psychological climax. All right, because they know, all right, in their minds they have already convinced themselves, once they hear that, that is the card, right? And that is because it's just they've convinced themselves of that moment. It is a psychologically good moment to do a move. And I think we've all had this experience, right? You remove your wallet, you unzip the wallet, and when you pull the card out slightly, at that point, all of your your spectators are already going like, no way, they're already looking away from the action, right? And that's what I'm talking about, right? They've already convinced themselves that that is the card. So in that moment, or that offbeat, all right, in that psychological climax moment, it's a good time to do a move. Okay, so that's what this creates, I think. So I mean, that's all I really can say about the mystery card box. I think it's a really practical solution. The illusion is really strong, and the moves itself, it's not difficult. I mean, if you can do the Merc fold, right, and I think that is a move that you have to have in your repertoire as a strolling performer, right? I think it's such a great move. If you can do that, I think the moment of the other part of the method, okay, that is kind of really well covered, in the whole choreography. Because again, the moment your clean hand picks this up and you let them hear that there's something in there, something in their mind just kind of shuts off already, right? They've just convinced themselves that, oh my goodness, don't tell me that. And during that moment is a good time to do the other part of the move, okay? And then when you open this up and you show them that the folded card is in there, it just, you're just home free from there, okay? The only thing I can say that is difficult about this is, strangely, aiming for the spectator's hand. Well, it'll take a bit of practice actually. It's not as straightforward as it seems, all right? For me, at least, I think aiming for the spectator's hand and making sure that the card falls into their hand and not like bouncing off and ending up on the floor, and it creates kind of an awkward moment during the reveal. That will take a little bit of practice, but nothing too difficult, okay? But do note, you do have to kind of aim for the spectator's hand, right? And something else I think is psychologically really nice about this is, well, Kurtz also mentions it, in his notes, is that once you are done, the cards go back into the box, which kind of, cancels out any kind of suspicion about this. You know what I mean, yeah? So yeah, I mean, overall, it's a really practical solution for a working performer. All right, so if you are a magician, you perform with playing cards, and if you do the kind of folded card kind of finale for any kind of ambitious card routine or sign selection kind of a routine, then I can really just highly recommend the mystery card box, all right, by Harrius. I think a lot of thought has gone into this. The design of the prop itself, the gaff that you install, it's really simple. It's just so simple, but often, right, it takes a lot of work to get something to as simple a place as possible, and I think Henry has definitely done it with this project. Alright, so that's all I have to say about the mystery card box. Again, a really practical solution for you to perform a folded card to, to impossible location. Okay, so if you'd like to pick up a copy of the mystery card box for yourselves, I will leave the link in the description box down below. Alright guys, so that's all for today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed yourselves, got something out of it as well. Remember, if you are new to the channel, do please subscribe, hit the bell notification button as well, so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video on my channel. But for now guys, thanks for watching. Do stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on the next episode of Nique Chats.